Music City. This building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. From the 25, here's second down and 7. Here's Richardson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add.
To the right side and intercepted. Inside the 20.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Watch his left, watch his left. Right there, hurt.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Spears on second down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Spears will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now they send a man in motion right.
70 Ranger.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Check 59, Mike is 59,
The Spears with another carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tyjae Spears, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now a play fake here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here's a give to Spears. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Titans coming in looking for win number 10 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Being chased out left. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And it's a Titans touchdown. Tajay Spears. He scored on the ground and and through the air. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. A point after, good by Groupie. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Richardson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Right back to Spears. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Cook's full extension, it's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Richardson to the air on first down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Hand off to Spears. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Man, I got you.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Richardson. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's has some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On first down, Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And the Titans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to go up top again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now they'll change things up. Here's a run by Spears. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. And now a run with Spears. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyjae Spears, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. A point after, good by Groupie. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Now Richardson back to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And Richardson yet again. That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Spears. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The slot man in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On the move to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Spears. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Richardson looking to throw this. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into, and it's a Titans touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 31 yards. And the Titans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw. Richardson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Spears. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense so far on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
Come on, man. Let's go. Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On third down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And now here is another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Spears on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Spears with another carry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and 2. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 3rd down, Spears. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.